All right, y'all. So we finna do a late night live. Um, I don't know how long I want this one to be, but we just gonna go ahead and vibe with it tonight. So nothing too heavy tonight. Cause I'm actually roasting my jalapenos, so we gonna have to probably not make this one too long. But I wanted to come on here so that you guys we can talk about some things about what it means to boost your confidence after being broken. And like I said, even if you feel like you haven't been broken, this message could still be for you. If there's something that you ever went through where someone really broke you down, or made you feel, obsolete, made you feel unworthy, maybe of their love, of them being truthful to you, whatever the case may be. If you ever went through an ordeal where someone really knocked you down, your beauty, your confidence, your nature, who you are as a person, never let that take away from the good that you've done. Never let that take away from the people who have complimented you and showed you love. Because you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people out here, like I said, that don't love themselves. Like I was telling y'all earlier, and even though they put on a good front and they wearing designer and they got all the money in the bank and big booty Judy got it going on, they hold on to that stuff and they clinch on to the things that are superficial, that are surface level, that are very vain, to get them ahead. True confidence, you feel me? The confidence I'm talking about tonight, I'm talking about like you let somebody break your soul, your spirit. Like, y'all, you and I both know, to the mass society, you could be poor, but you could be spiritually rich. But somewhere along the line, when you go through enough cutting, enough, you ain't this, you stupid, you didn't know that, you damaged goods, you didn't know that, people laughing at you, showing you up, saying what you didn't know, going behind your back, saying you ain't got sense, laughing at you, just cutting you down in the worst ways, doing it in front of other people, doing it in front of other people that they put up on a pedestal. Some people do things, they ignorant, they don't think. You know what I'm saying? A couple movies. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That just stick out to me. I'm sorry. I know there's other movies that depict other chaotic and conflicting relationships that people get into. But something like movie-wise, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, the whole situation with Karuchi and Chris Brown. Y'all know how Karuchi cried out on Ivania, Fix My Life. You know what I'm saying? He really took her down there. But she stayed, you feel me? Because it's Chris Brown. And like I said, a lot of these niggas who do you like that, they go off to the next female. They don't care because you dime a dozen. If they did you like that and you know you was a kindred spirit, you know you didn't deserve that, 9 times out of 10, it's something in these people. They gonna go off and they gonna do it again. Because it's that person. It's never you. The reason why people break you is so that they can control you. If you believe that you are ugly, if you believe that you can't cook right, you don't suck right, you don't screw right, I'm being for real. These men, these women too, you come dime a dozen, man, when they know they can get it like this, they know they can get it like that. That don't mean nothing. And let's say you do cook the good meals. What I'm saying is you can get screwed on both ends. Whether you cook, you don't cook right. You making love, you don't make love. You have enough sex, you don't have enough sex. You looking good doing all this stuff and you don't. What I'm saying is, deep down inside, the confidence that I'm talking today is the confidence that can't be swayed, right? Rebuilding that level of confidence about yourself to where even if you riding with a Range Rover, you got a G-Wagon, or if you got a Toyota, or if you own a bus, you are rebuilding that confidence within yourself. You saying, I know who I am and can't nobody take that away from me. I know who I am, and that's what I'm rebuilding within myself. Something that I feel broke a long time ago. through a lot of painful friendships, a lot of painful relationships, a lot of situationships, a lot of partnerships, a lot of things that you've had to face growing up over the years. People didn't care how it came out their mouth. They just let it run out. They didn't care who they told it to. They didn't care who they laughed at you behind your back, whoever they laughed at you with. You know, people didn't care. They didn't care how you was going to take it. People didn't care how you was going to perceive them after they've done it. They didn't care for you. You were nothing to these people but someone who they viewed as weird, as aki, ugly, however they viewed you. But what I'm saying is, after it's all said and done, and you are in this phase right now, and I hate to try to drum up old triggers and wounds, because I don't know what people said to you. I don't know how they made you feel. I don't know what they said behind your back. What I do know is, if you on this live tonight, you didn't deserve it. I do know that when they decided to do it, you had these people around you in your circle. You thought you could trust them. You thought you could love them. You thought that they would do to you what you were doing to them, which is just mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? As these people was in your circle, even if it was family, nobody could catch you talking shit about your family. In fact, there were times where you upheld your family, and people kept their mouths shut because they was in deep down inside. That's what they were saying. If only they knew, they family don't fuck with them, boy. But hey, but you know why I'm telling you that's okay? Because even though you upheld your family, or you upheld these people, and people didn't want to tell you because they didn't want to cut you down lower, let me tell you something. Still, yet in that moment, it's in that moment that people realize who you are. It's in that moment that people realize who you were surrounded around. You ain't stand no chance. You ain't stand no chance around these people, man. You ain't stand no chance around these people. You had to get up, you had to go. You had to get up, you had to go. You had to get up, you had to go, man. People were suffocating you. They were suffocating you, suffocating you. You didn't have room to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Let alone think about what your next move was going to be. And I'm telling you something, a lot of people, man, when they clock your energy, they know who you are just by the way that you talk, by the way you carry yourself. You'll have people who will be just as slimy to hold on to you and do the bare minimum to keep you around them, because they know that you deserve better, but they don't want you to get better, because that means in you getting better that they can't have what? Control or access to you. You got to rebuild your confidence to a point where you say, if you are unwilling to give me what I want, and I know the benefit of what I can serve and giving you what you want and being in your life, then there's no need for us to dilly-dally. You understand what I'm saying? I want what I want. I don't think I'm asking for much. If you are incapable of giving that, then you need to get on. Do you understand that? Because I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes staying to yourself and being alone to yourself, I'm saying this to somebody. That's another thing. Build your confidence to where you don't always feel like you got to have a man or a woman up in your life. Being in a relationship and being in a marriage ain't always cracked up to be. And kudos and blessings, and you send blessings to those who are in those committed relationships, in those marriages. But sometimes it takes you having to back away from it all and be to yourself for a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? For you to truly be in this phase of rebuilding yourself, you know. Sometimes rebuilding yourself, you can't have people around you. You got to cut some people off. And if they worth their grain of salt, people will understand why you done backed up. They'll know that it ain't no slight. It ain't nothing that they should be taking personal. Your journey and whatever it is you got to do to stay true to your journey, you know what I'm saying? People shouldn't be out here taking it personal. So if they taking it personal, then okay, that's another one that bites us. Because you shouldn't always have to explain what you went through and how bad it was, for you to make that be clear and evident to people that after surviving it, you just want to stick to yourself. You don't want everybody part in your house. You don't want everybody up in your business. You don't want to have daily talks. You have daily talks with God. There is no pining for, hey girl, oh girl, you know I'm going out. Send blessings, send peace, send love, send light. We ain't got to talk every day, boo. That's messing up my jawline. Talking every day, hours on the phone. I can't do that every day. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so a lot of people not gonna understand why you back up, but I'm telling you, You back up and you do what you got to do for you. You rebuild your confidence and not let that be tied to anything that is tangible, anything that is physical. You understand what I'm saying? You tie your confidence to your soul, baby, to what's in here. You gotta feed the soul. You gotta feed the soul. What were those old books back in the day? What they called it? Chicken noodle soup for the soul? Whatever that was called, those little books, those little mini books, and you could always find like little things they would teach you, little examples. I don't know if they still have that. Uh, but my mom used to give me those books, and I used to go through those books, little mini books, chicken noodle soups for the soul. Matter of fact, let me look it up, cause I know they had chicken noodle soups for like teaching you how to be a woman and all that kind of stuff. I think it's for the soul. There you go. Those little mini books that they came out with. There you go. Yep, chicken noodle soup for the soul. I knew that was the name of it. So the chicken noodle soups for the soul can refer to, it was a popular book series back in the day, and it was compiled of inspirational stories, right? Like what I just told y'all. I went over different examples, gave you different scenarios that you can pull off of. And it'll base it off of whatever it is that you was going through. You know what I'm saying? A recipe for nourishing and sometimes whenever you're down or whatever the case may be. But some of them, I don't know what all it included, but I know the ones my mom used to give me was like little inspirational stories and things like that that you could take from it. Feed the soul. Feed the soul. You're not boosting your confidence going and getting the latest and the greatest Kate Spade or a Mary or a Gucci, Louis Vuitton. That's not feeding your soul, going out and dropping down money, putting it down on a G-Wagon, on a new gadget, toy. What feeding your soul is, and boosting and building up your confidence, is you getting up every day and setting a daily regimen for yourself, where either you get up, you wash your face, you tell God, thank you, Father God, for this day that you've allowed me to see, that you've allowed my son or my daughter to see. Thank you for putting me and placing me in this position in life. I am ever so grateful and thankful for all that you do and for all that you will continue to do. Get up every day and show gratitude. You get out in the sun. You have your favorite drink. You write down in your journal your daily affirmations, whatever it is that you want to happen for yourself. You could get out in the sun and write in your journal and say, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am great, I am a multimillionaire, I am successful, I am whatever. That's feeding the soul. That's feeding the soul. Going by the water, hearing the ocean, hearing the waves. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there, hugging yourself. Like, you just hugging yourself. Like, ooh, I love myself. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I love myself. You can't tell me nothing about myself, honey. I love myself. You hear me? You hear me? I love myself. And you just, you just smell so good, girl. You just feel so good. Oh my God. Ain't no telling. Whatever it is that you do, I don't know what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just get up every day and you do that for yourself. Can't nobody take that from you. What I'm saying is, take the steps towards rebuilding your confidence by feeding your soul. It could be telling yourself, like, you forgive yourself for what you went through. You forgive yourself for the mistakes you made. You forgive yourself. It wasn't your fault what happened. It wasn't your fault how people treated you. And it wasn't your fault. People do whatever it is that they want to do based off how they feel, based on what's in here. That's why I'm telling you. If you got to start it back up from the ground up and rebuild this and feed your soul, then that's what you do. Because you do have people out there, hurt people. That's why they do it grimy. That's why they do it slimy, and they do not care. And they don't care if people die from that mess. Because somewhere along the line, they didn't do the work of what it required to heal themselves. And you don't want to be walking around like that. You don't want to be walking around with no chip on your shoulder, with no extra burdens that you got to carry. Because I'm going to tell you something, every season, every cycle, there's always going to be something that you're going to have to deal with. So you have to make sure before God takes you to the next level that whatever was the past levels, that you've already cleared that. You've already moved past that. You already healed from that. You got to watch a lot of people that you bring along with you. Like I said, a lot of people can add on extra burdens and put extra things on your plate. And at the end of the day, baby, if you die, there's no one to carry on whatever it is that you got to carry on. So you at the end of the day got to watch and clock who you have around you, because a lot of people, if they can't be the leader or the captain of the ship, they will try to poke holes in that ship so that you can't be the leader and the captain. And I'm telling you, you think that you don't have people out there like that exist. They will play their role in order to get close to you, so they can get close to the ship in order to poke holes in the ship. And however they got to play the role, they will play the role. So you got to have enough discernment. What I'm saying, to love yourself enough. You like, Victoria, what you talking about? Poking holes in the ship. What they got to do with confidence? Poking holes in the ship, baby, could also mean poking holes up in your life. Poking holes up in your business. Poking holes up in your mind. Poking holes up in your spirit and your soul. By the time you look up, you ain't got no kind of peace or nothing. Okay? You let these people rule all over you because you don't think highly of yourself. Because you don't let the devil seep in and stay long enough and outweigh they welcome to the point where now they don't poke so many holes up in that damn ship. You ain't got no choice but to let these devils stay on so they could, oh, let's go ahead and put the holes and caulk it back up. But they was the ones who poked the holes, is what I'm saying. When your confidence is at a certain level, when your self-esteem and your self-worth is operating on a certain level, you do not care who you have up in your life. You can have a block. My baby's block. You can have a piece of whatever, your kids, and you ain't got nobody else. And that's sufficient enough for you. How many times you want to keep sacrificing yourself in order to prove a point that I am a good person? Okay, you know you're a good person. You know you look good. You know what you're capable of. Now let that be sufficient enough for you to stay to yourself until God brings the right person in or the right people in that can see that as well. Sometimes we just, we make mistakes, and it is what it is, I think people who sit up here and poke fun at other people's mistakes while orchestrating things to go on behind the scenes that's not in people's favor, I think that that's a weak, low, childish move. You know what I'm saying? Because you out here almost trying to dangle things in people's face and orchestrate certain things to go a disarray in somebody's life just so you could sit back and see how they handle it. And if they handle it wrong and they lose what they've built, now you sitting back and you laughing at that. But I keep telling you, it's a special place for people like that. And every dog has its day. That don't make no sense. Whoo! Who else like Calypso? I'm finna be a Calypso. So I had this bad addiction to Coca-Cola. Oh my God, it was bad. I went from Dr. Pepper to Coca-Cola to back to Coca-Cola. And I'm like, man, I got to wean myself off of it. But I know I can't go cold turkey and just drink straight water. So, this don't have no high fructose corn syrup, which I know is a fake sugar. This got real sugar in it. It got filtered water in it. So, and it smelled like Calypso. It smelled like peach lemonade. I love Calypso. I promise you to God, I really want to tear this thing up. This thing would have been on, but I'm on live. So I'm trying to be demure. I'm trying to be demure on the live. I'm trying to be demure. Don't make no sense. Calypso know better than to do this to people. Calypso know better. Where they make these at? They make these in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yup, we got to go there. We got to go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's where we got to go. We got to go to King Juice Company. I'm finna go fly out. I'm finna go get flued out. The King Juice Company. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. I'm not even finna say nothing no more. Watch what I do. That don't make no sense what Calypso be out here doing to people. Anyways, 210 calories. Oh well. We all got to die someday, baby. I'm finna die happy. I'm not. Who? Oh, okay. But I had a bad addiction to soda. So now I'm on Calypso. It is what it is. But yeah, y'all gotta build y'all confidence back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna hold y'all for too. Oh, dang, hold on. I probably done burnt my. It was almost burnt. If I ain't get to them, baby, they would have been burnt. They would have been out for the count. Dang, got to be more careful with myself. Trying to come on here for y'all, but y'all said y'all want me to keep doing the late nights. But yeah, I'm not finna preach to y'all today, but y'all already know what time it is. You know, building confidence is tied to your soul, is tied to your spirit, to the point where all these little, you know what I'm saying, tangible things, a car can come and go, you know what I'm saying, money can come and go, big houses, all that body kind of stuff and mess it, you know, people be chasing. Y'all really be looking crazy. And I'm being respectful. You feel me? I'm being respectful. I love my lips. I love my lips. The mirror. I love my lips. This is about big as it's gonna go. This is it's as big as it's gonna go. I'm not gonna be walking around here big like that. How is that cute? I don't understand. Baby, let me tell you something. It won't be me. Let me tell you something. You can lay out the red carpet for me. I will not have no lip fillers. On the great Ruby Lee and Peter Williams. It won't be me. You won't have me up on the red carpet talking about somebody gotta get lip fillers. It ain't for me then. I like my lips. I'm black. I like my lips. Hell, I look like sitting up here getting some lip fillers. You gotta know yourself, who you are. Can't nobody take that from you. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't what hold on, baby. Baby, I'm not finna do it to y'all today. I ain't finna do it to y'all today. I was gonna tell y'all the story, but I think my mama would kill me dead if I sat up here and put that story out like that. Ooh, Lord, Hopper, who that woman? I'm not gonna do that. She'll blow my phone up. I won't hear the last of it. I'm not gonna do that. I won't do that. Not on this live. I won't do it on this live. But I'm gonna just say something though. Don't let people try you. You know, I learned that from her and watching her. You know what I'm saying? And how she handled herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen some things that I shouldn't have had to see. But one thing about Angie, you're not finna play her in her face. That's one thing about it. You know? So you got to know yourself. No matter if you got a man, no matter if you got a woman, no matter if you got car, no matter if you on a high rise, no matter if you under the hill, no matter if you on a bus, when you know who you are because you've built that within yourself, that confidence within yourself, can't nobody take that away from you. You understand what I'm saying? And you'll have people perplexed. You'll have people out here bewildered because they can't seem to understand or fathom how they can tell people and coach people on how to do you dirty, do you for dirt, leave you, stop talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do it because they got their panties tied up in a bunch because you are the realbomb.com. You ain't got to fake nothing. When you come up in somebody's life, you are healing them. You are feeding their soul and their spirit. You got demons out here, baby. Real live demons. And you got real live earth angels. You think the demons is finna stick up for the earth angels? And do you think the earth angels finna stick up for the demons? Therefore, what we have, a constant battle. Don't get with that person. Leave that person. Stop talking to that person. Meanwhile, in between time, they don't mind them getting with somebody who take from them, feed into their addictions. But the one who is good for them, the one who feeds their soul and feed their spirit, they'll talk down on this person, get this person to just get treated wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got people like that. And that could be friends of your friends. It could be friends of your lovers. It could be their mothers and their fathers. It could be their baby mom, their baby father. It could be whoever it is. You're going to have people around people who influence or improperly influence people about you. The thing is, again, when you know who you are, people are going to see who you are. The truth is always going to prevail. It's always going to reflect and show itself when it comes down to who you truly are and what you stand to bring to the table. It's sad that people couldn't see it. It's sad that sometimes people have to lose it in order for them to see that they did you wrong, that the way that they did it is not what you do, it's how you do it. There's always a way to handle certain things. When you do it slimy, you don't give a damn, you leave people out there for roadkill, that's when you have problems. Because when God do what he has to do for that person, because God has already searched that person's heart. So if people be trying to figure out why things be happening up in their life, you need to check who you did wrong. You need to check who and clock who you had around you that influenced you to do people wrong or contributed to you not being healed as to why you go out there and do people wrong. But all in all, if you come across these people who have been doing people wrong, baby, rebuild your confidence and let it not be tied to a house. Let it not be tied to a woman, to a man. Let it not be tied to how much money you got up in your bank account, what position you have in life. Let it not be tied to what neighborhood you live in. Let it not be tied to what you drive, if you drive. Let it not be tied to how you look, how people telling you should look, what you need to go get in order to enhance your look. If you want to beautify yourself, put on a little makeup, baby. Go demure. Go get your hair done. Go get a little haircut. You feel me? They've been doing their thing with these haircuts now, huh? They've been rubbing y'all head, giving y'all full washes and steams and faces, all kind of stuff. Go ahead and do what you got to do for my women and for my men alike. But all that other extra what you got going on, you need to know who you are. You could die tomorrow. Stop letting people control and influence your life. Because when you die tomorrow, you need to die happy. You need to know that you went out a real one. You did what you wanted to do with your life. You looked how you wanted to look. People be out here trying to look how they feel like they need to look in order to get this, and then be going home looking at themselves in the mirror saying, oh, I look crazy as hell. You think? Getting lip fillers, booty this, suck here, roll. You gonna like me? You gonna like what you see? Or you gonna keep it pushing? And that's with all respect, baby, because I know people done lost their life trying to enhance their body and they looks the wrong way. Love what God gave you. That's another way you start in rebuilding your confidence. But baby, do what you got to do, okay? I'm finna eat my jalapeno poppers, baby. Pop, 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 poppity pop. Okay? I got 10 of these in the refrigerator right now. I'm not even gonna hold you. I got 10 of them. 1, 2, 3. I got 10 of these things. They finna get all my money. I don't give a... They finna get all my money. Hold on, JoJo. They said a taste of the island. Ooh. DrinkCalypso.com. Southern peach. Oh, yes, baby. Taste of the island. Y'all better go get y'all one of these and stop playing. Hold on. Let me... I'm trying to be demure. Hold on. Baby, do it like it's my B-day. Do it like it's my B-day, baby. Do it like it's my B-day. Do it like it's my B-day, baby. Welcome to Victoria Cooper's Live. And I want to make sure that I do all I can to inspire you to be your very best. Do it like it's your B-day, baby. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day, baby. Do it like it's your B-day. Y'all better start sleeping on Jocelyn. And listen, if y'all want me to do ASMR, I could do that too. Listen. do all different kind of things on these late night chats. I know that some of y'all have different needs. Some of y'all be wanting different things. Stop playing with y'all. Listen, we ain't doing no ASMR on here. The ASMR. You better go to them ASMR people. Stop playing. No, but listen though. Go build your confidence. Do what you got to do. Go lift yourself up. Love yourself. Okay? Bottom line. Just love yourself. Love how God put you together. I don't care who don't like it, who got to say what about it. Because let me tell you something. People don't want to tell you how they truly feel. They wish that they could not have an ounce of care in the world like you do. But they care too much about people and what people say and how people perceive them. So you know what? That's cool. Go ahead. Let them do you. Let them do you how they do you. And you do you how you need to do you. Love you. Absolutely. Now y'all go ahead and y'all have y'all a nice night. I know it's late depending on wherever y'all at. So y'all sitting up here want to entertain my foolery. But I'm trying to go eat my poppers. Okay? I'm trying to go eat my poppers in peace and go to sleep. Okay? Thank you. Absolutely. Amen. Hallelujah. And y'all go ahead and y'all have y'all a nice night. All right? I love y'all.